Good morning, all. In today's class, we'll understand the plant variety evaluation and release system in India. Coming to what is a variety, a plant variety can be defined as a plant variety represents a more precisely defined group of plants selected from within a species with a common set of characteristics. And coming to the UPAO Convention, International Convention on Plant Breeders Convention, in this, as per Article 1, it defines a plant group within a single botanical taxon of the lowest known rank, which grouping irrespective of whether the conditions for the grant of breeder's right are fully met or can be defined by an expression of an characteristics resulting from a given genotype or combination of genotype, or distinguish it from any other plant grouping by the expression of at least one of the said characteristics, considered as a unit with regard to its suitability for being propagated unchanged. This is an important definition under the UPAO. And coming to the why we need an varieties for a bigger country like India. If you look into the agroclimatic zones of India, so there are 15 agroclimatic zones based on the agroclimatic conditions. These zones were demarcated. For example, if you look into the zone 12, they are west coast, plains, and hills. This is almost most of the Western Ghats comes under the zone 12. And if you look into the zone 15, most of the islands come under the zone 15. And if you look into the zone 10, it represents the southern plateau and hills. Like this, based on the agroclimatic zones, entire India has been divided into 15 agroclimatic zones. On the same pattern, to breed or to evaluate the varieties, most of our India has been divided around 5 to 8 agroclimatic zones are the evaluation centers across the different crops. In case of, for example, Ecripon Mular, Mular represents mung bean, urad bean, lentil, lettuce, rajmas, and field pea. And if you look into see here in this, see the headquarters of this Mular is situated at IIPR Kanpur, and the main centers are had been marked with with blue color, and the sub centers had been marked with the red color here. So like this, if you India can be divided into 4 to 5 different parts, so that the evaluation process of variety should be representative of the regions. For example, the yellow color represents the central India, the central zone, and the green color represents the northwestern plain zone, and the blue color represents the eastern, like this, and the southern zone will be represented by this color. And if you look into the hilly areas like Samba and Silongini and all these northeastern parts, this is North Hill Zone. This is called as a hill zone or the North Hill Zone. Like this, the most of the Mular centers have been divided for this different sector. And coming to the each zone, for example, Central Zone has got a different centers or sub main centers and sub centers for the evaluation of the varieties here. And why varieties needs to be evaluated? See, there is a constant pressure of increasing population. So in order to feed that increasing population, we need to maximize the yield. Our variety should yield more. So major criteria is the yield. And apart from that, resistance to disease pest, because it's a constant fight between humans and the for example, insect pest, host and pathogen in the nature. So they constantly they will be evolving, they'll be finding a new mechanisms to attack, and we are also finding new genes to combat the attack. and quality of the product. So this is also important nowadays. So quality is utmost priority, and resistance to diverse environmental factors like drought, heat stress, and other things. They're also emerging due to the climate change and adoption to different agroclimatic conditions. So this is also major motto that if the variety has to acclimatize or they understand or it should produce the good yield in different agroclimatic zones. That is a major criteria for why we need varieties to be evaluated. And India, new improved varieties of crops, are developed by, these are the major institutes. For example, crop research institutes of ICAR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research. They are the sole and whole responsible for that, and state agriculture universities and few private seed companies. And these varieties are tested and evaluated for the minimum period of 3 years. This needs to be remembered. The minimum period of 3 years is the testing period. And coming to the official testing of candidate varieties, and here there is a ACRIP, we call All India Coordinated Crop Improvement Group project, and each given crop has its own ACRIP. And these ACRIPs, what they do is they conduct the trials under its supervision at the experimental centers of ICR research institutes, state agricultural universities, and officially recognized private seed companies places. And coming to the, this is very important slide. And so this is a 3-year period, minimum 3-year testing period. The first will be IVT. IVT represents the initial varietal trial. And after 1 year of evaluation in IVT, the qualified entries will enter into the AVT, advanced varietal trial. And in few crops, the simultaneously, what they will do is, this is they will call it as AVT1, and then later on it will be called as AVT2. For example, here the entries along with in the second year, the same IVT will be conducted, and the AVT's entries of the second year, and they will all second year and third year combinedly they will evaluate. Like this will go on. This is called as a 2-tier system. Here IVT, after IVT they will get a AVT, and then next in second year there is a IVT, and then comes third year AVT. Like this is a second tier system. And coming to there is a 3-tier varietal system. In this first year there is IVT, second year there is AVT1, we call it one, and in third year the entries are promoted to AVT2. So like that, so AVT1 and AVT2 is all this. This is called as a 3-tier system. In 3-tier system, IVT, AVT1, and AVT2. These are the 3-tier. And in 2-tier system, there is IVT and there is a AVT. There is no AVT2. Okay, this what makes the difference between 2-tier and 3-tier varietal systems of ACRIPs. And initial varietal trials. In initial IVT, different crop research institutes, state agriculture universities, and private seed companies, based on their station trials, they nominate the entries for the initial varietal trials. And the candidate variety should be superior to the existing varieties, because they need to use regional checks, local checks, and national checks with respect to the station trials. And the superior entries, the candidate varieties, need to be listed, and those will be given for the evaluation in the initial varietal trial. And the candidate variety, the point must be kept in the mind that the candidate entries should have a high degree of phenotypic uniformity, means they should show higher genotypic stability. That is the major criteria for the entries that to be contributed to the initial varietal trial. And coming to the checks, this is a very important aspect in case of ACRIP varietal trials, where we use national check. National check is a variety being grown on a wider range of environment for a fairly long period of time. This check variety would serve as an yardstick to measure the extent of improvement that we made over the time across the country, across the region. This is what the national check represents. And in case of zonal check, the zonal check is latest released varieties for that zone or that ecology. And the local check is the variety popularly grown in that local environment or the local ecology or the local region. That is what is called as a local check. See, local check is a very narrowly adapted to that local region, and zonal check is a very narrowly adapted to that zone or the ecology. The national check has got a broader adaptability with respect to broader zone, okay, over the time. So national check remains same as long period, and the zonal check is not changed over the period of time testing in a given candidate variety. So these are the few points they will keep in the mind while using the checks. And monitoring of trials, this is an important activity of ACRIP, where the project coordinator or the coordinator of the ACRIP, or you can call ACRIP head, will be constituting a committee that monitors these trials. So you may ask the question, okay, there is a trials are going on, who will going to evaluate them, whether they are systematically, correctly conducting trial or not, whether trials are good or not, like that. So for that, the project coordinator constitutes a committee that is, monitoring teams. So basically, zonal coordinator or the team leader, for example, project coordinator itself be there, or the PI will be there, or the PC will be there in that zone. So he will, as a team leader, and one breeder will be a member in that, and there is an agronomist who is also a member, pathologist or either entomologist. One will be included as a member, and so we'll call one of the scientists of any other specified discipline for an unbiasedness in the team. So this is how monitoring of trials will be, done by the team. And what we'll do is, in case of lentil, I'm giving an example of lentil and mung bean. Though based on the station trial entries, the entries will be contributed to the IVTs, and IVT, the entry will be evaluated, and they will be promoted to AVT1 if they will get a yield superiority of 5% over the checks, national checks and regional checks. The best performing check here, what we call as the best check, AVT1. And in AVT1, entries will be evaluated, and after in AVT2, the entries outperforming over the best check. Means in AVT2, they should out yield over the best check with at least up 10% yield superiority. This is how and criteria are kept for the different trials, and based on that, entries will be selected. I'll be showing you the project coordinator report of mung bean and urad bean, ACRIP Mular. This is how the trials are conducted, and this is a picture of different trials, of Mular trials. And this is a project coordinator report that recently the meeting took place in May 27, 28, 2021. And this is All India Coordinated Research Project on Mular. Okay, mung bean, urad bean, lentil, latares, rajmas, and P. P here is a peeled fee. Okay, and coming to the group meet, see, look here, for example, multi-location evaluation. Here are the trials, AVT1, IVT, and in here there is a AVT2 and AVT1 and IVT. This is how different zones and different trials. For example, here the information has been given. For example, how many trials have been allotted, and how many have responded, and how many have accepted, and how many have been whether seed has received or not, whether trial are failed or not. All the information will be given. For example, here statistically, if there is a high or low CV, though then the centers will be discarded, rejected, or if the yield of the trial below the state average. For example, in case of Northwestern Plain Zone, Sri Ganganagar has been rejected due to the yield of the Sri Ganganagar was below the state average. Like this, different criteria has been put for the evaluation of the multi-location evaluation of the entries. Like this, for example, if you look into the promising entries, for example, here you look into the, in case of IVT, You see here this IIPM 20-2. Here it has got the best over the percent increase over the best check around 20%. Best check here the Pant Mung 6. The Pant Mung yield was 894, and over this it has got the around 20.36% yield. Like that, since you look into here, these are the entries in case of IVT. They're all having the higher than the 5%. In case of IVT, these are having more than the, for example, here this RVSM 18-1 has been also promoted for the promising entries, promoted for next AVT, okay, AVT1. This is because this has got the shows superiority of 5.71% over the best. Like that in the central zone. In central zone, there are more entries that have been promoted because of the check has yielded very less here, and all the entries they did perform well over the check of the check, best performing check. So because entries range from here from the 6.68% to the 36% over the best check. For example, in case of Mumbai, in case of South Zone, you look two entries have been promoted. Like that. So this is the overall procedure for vital testing and release in ACRIP. So this will come in exam. So you need to remember these things. For example, there are cooperating centers. They will contribute entries for the evaluation, and there is a national screening nursery. So along with this screening, there is a all the best entries from all the centers. Whoever interested can contribute. Those will be screened across the locations to evaluate for the first diseases and other things. So these can be used in the crossing program as a donor. That is how the purpose of NSN, the National Screening Nurseries. But here to concentrate on the initial varietal evaluation. After that, once a variety is evaluated initially, it will be promoted to advanced varietal trial if it is out yielding over the best check of 5%. And once it comes to AVT1, the advanced varietal trial, here the testing in hotspot or epiphytotic conditions will be done. And in case of AVT2, here the pest and diseases will be screened. These entries will be screened for the pest and diseases. And along with that, there is an agronomic evaluation and quality test will be done with respect to these entries. Those are in the AVT2. So this is how an AVT1 and AVT2 are vital importance with respect to testing for diseases and insect pests. So once entry in AVT2 outperforms over the best check, at least with a 10% of yield advantage will be identified for the release by the workshop of ACRIP group meet. And once it is identified, and then we need to prepare the release proposal, and release and notification proposal has to be submitted for the central variety release committee. And once it is these entries will be given for the farmer fields for testing under the mini kit on the farmers farm trials. So this is how a seed activity will be related. For example, SAUs, ICR institutes and international institutes and private companies, their role is of majorly plant breeding or the crop improvement, means identification of a strain which out yields the checks. And for example, state agriculture universities and ICR has another role of identification for release, and central seed subcommittee and state seed subcommittees, their role comes as the release and notification. And then comes the role of state agriculture departments and SAUs and NGOs and private companies for popularization of these released varieties, because people should know that this is a new variety that is replacing the old one. And then comes to the NSC, National Seed Corporations, state seed corporations, SFCI and private companies have a role of production of pure seeds from these identified or the released or notified varieties. So these are also very important role. They are very important, important role in case of seed production. And the seed distribution is also an important, because seed has to be certified that it should meet the minimum standards, and then distribution. For example, NSC, state seed corporations, cooperatives, private seed companies and seed traders and farmers associations will play important role with respect to for distribution of these seeds. Then coming to the, for example, respect to the what you mean to say, how a variety identification committee will be, constitution by the ACRIP workshop. Here it's a very important this committee. In this, the member secretary is the project coordinator itself or the ACRIP head, and the director is responsible for the crop development program. Director responsible for the crop development program will be the member here, and all principal investigators of the zonal coordinators and representatives of seed for example, seed division of Department of Agriculture. And then comes to one or two eminent scientists. They are not associated with variety will be there, and there is a representatives from NSC or FCSC or State Seed Corporation will be representing this, and director of research of the host institute or the university who is hosting the ACRIP meet. And variety identification committee chairperson is either DDZ or ADZ of ICAR. They will be presiding over this identification of variety. Okay, and coming to the constitution of Central Subcommittee on the Crop Standards or Notification and Release. This, along with the chairman, has got 17 members with this. The coordinators of all directors or coordinators of ACRIP centers, Agriculture Commissioner of Government of India, and representatives from the seed industry, NSC, private seed companies, and there will be representatives from the ICR institutes and NGOs, and there will be representation from the progressive farmers, and the directors of Department of Agriculture and all state or the either their representatives will be attending this meeting, and directors of state seed certification agencies or their representatives will be the members in this. So they will look into the proposals, they will look into all the aspect, and then the release of varieties will be done. And there is with respect to the difference between release and notification. So release is not a statutory function. It is a notification is a statutory function in the sense it is performed under the Seed Act. As a Seed Act is promulgated by the Government of India. So there are seed rules and Seed Act. Based on that, it is important for the to maintain the seed quality and regulate the seed sale and malpractices. Okay, that is a very important one. And with respect to release, the main purpose is to make the, for example, that we are releasing, for example, a new cultivar to the public, that this is how found suitable for so and so reason, has got resistance to so and so diseases, and higher yielding was the main purpose here. And this is look into the here the development and testing. There are coordinated wild release committees, and then comes the seed production. So this is a very, very vital aspect. All these things are linked with one another. Anything goes wrong, any chain will be broken in between. So it is very difficult to popularize the variety or to enhance the yield. Okay, there are state variety release committees. There is a notification by sub and central and state committees, and the ultimate come to the seed production. For example, responsible breeder, he has to produce the nucleus seed and then breeder seed, foundation seed, and certified seed, and ultimately the certified seed will go to the farmers for the purpose of production of grains for the consumption of population. Okay, that is how all these things are linked by one another, and ultimately marketing is a very important aspect here. This is how our varietal release system in India has been evolved and has been doing a wonderful things, and we have released many varieties in case of cereals, pulses, oil seeds, so catering the demands of our nation. Okay, this is how we are ending the class today. Okay.